It's Nina.
And Ashley back with the bullshit.
And this is the Young and Gettin It Podcast. Just so you know, you can find us on Apple Podcasts. Just search Young and Gettin It Podcast. There's no G at the end of Gettin. Please subscribe, rate, and review. We're also on SoundCloud.com/WeAreYAGIP. Please follow us on there, comment on there. And we're on YouTube. Just search Young and Gettin It Podcast and you'll see us Breakfast Club style. And you'll see a little cartoon version of us. It's really gorgeous. You know, subscribe on there, comment on there. And as all y'all that comment on there saw, we write you back.
You can also find us on Instagram at YAGI_podcast, or you could just go to our website and find everything there. You know, even ask us questions there and shit. Our website is www.weareyagip.com. And then if you want to talk to us other ways besides through the website, you can hit us up in our email, which is Ashleyandninapod@gmail.com. Or you could text or call our Google Voice number and leave a voicemail at 323-486-3811.
Back to the bullshit. Whoop. I felt like we were on Love and Hip Hop because we both talked with our hands. You know how Love and Hip Hop, they force them to talk with their hands. Yeah.
Anyway.
I felt like I was like them, like how they be all doing. And it's like, you guys don't look natural.
Right? It's like people make fun of me for how much I talk with my hands.
Yeah.
So it's just like, it's my thing.
Did I tell you about how like I had the meeting with my manager and I was talking like this and she took that as defensive and aggressive. And I was like, you're racist.
Bitch, I'll slap you. That's aggressive.
Because I talked, if you guys can't see my hand, I talked with my hands like on the table, like, oh, do. And she said, you seem defensive. I said, I'm not defensive.
You just made me realize that people look at me crazy when I do that. Because I did that at a work meeting before. I did this and everybody was like,
they think we're aggressive.
Can we relax?
I'm like, I know I'm brown, but I also am just great at talking to people, which means I use my fucking hands.
Which is what you're supposed to do.
You're supposed to use your hands when you talk.
Great speakers use their hands.
Exactly. Like, every single public speaker that's anybody uses their fucking hands.
Donald Trump with his tiny ass hands.
And it's like, right. And it's like, first of all, I don't give a fuck about no job enough
to
have that
aggressive about
right.
it, or
I don't
defensive.
Give a fuck. I know that's like a millennial thing, but I don't give a fuck.
Like, we don't care about this shit.
So, pop culture. Oh, you know how like it's like hot girl summer, hot boy summer,
yes.
And fucking Wendy's, actual Wendy's, the fast food place.
Yes.
That shit was so funny. What did they say? They were like
the official drink of hot girl summer. It was like their lemonade. No. Somebody said something about Wendy's lemonade, and then the Wendy's replied back, the official drink of like hot boy or hot girl summer.
Yeah.
Because I think it was a man, so they said hot man summer.
Yeah, that's hot boy summer. Hot man. And then Meg Thee Stallion retweeted it or whatever. Wendy's is fucking ghetto low key online. I'm like, who? It's a colored person on Wendy's account. It has to be.
There's nobody else that it can be.
And
a black person.
And they're bringing back they actually are bringing back the spicy chicken nuggets.
Thank the motherfucking Lord. That's about like the only thing I would get from there, because them shits be 99 cents. And then I would get a 99-cent fry. Yeah, that's the
I didn't even think about that.
Only reason I go to Wendy's.
Yeah, and
literally.
Then I think they said Ja Rule, you're next. Like, bring back Fire Festival. They told somebody that they're next. Yeah.
Please stop.
And Ja Rule just got cleared of all the shit.
Yeah, they said that he could have been hustled. I'm like, well, that white boy, he was doing shit.
Yeah, you got manipulated. As Ja Rule, you got manipulated when he manipulated rich white people. It's not even like he manipulated like a dumb minority.
He was manipulating like people that had millions of dollars that were giving it to him.
And isn't it crazy that he was younger than we are right now? Getting, I think it was like 29 million.
Yeah. And he looked like
that
a
shark
person
face.
that would do that. Every time I think about him, I think about that. Because he looks like Bruce off of Finding Nemo. The shark. Hello, Mike.
I hate that nigga's face. He looks like he has a con artist face.
Yeah.
Also, since we're talking about Meg Thee Stallion, I feel like I should play her rap from the Freshman thing.
I love her freestyles.
She is really good.
They done up and let Houston, Texas get up in here. They saying I'm a freshman, but I spit like I've been here. I had to wipe a couple out to make it clear. I'm the teacher, not your mother here. Don't compare me to no hoe. Try to tell me who I am. If you was so smart, you'll be standing where I stand. So I don't never give up. They be talking about the dump. Even in your best Nike, I run show to show. Niggas thought I was on tour. Mama really raised a hustler. Ain't no option to be poor. I got linking up, make them all dry the boat. Sent that boy a tongue emoji. That mean let me dry the throat. Niggas wanna knock my head off knowing they can't handle Megan. I am not one of these little bitty that you play with. I got stamina, legs for days, hella cash in the safe, and still won't let you eat it if I put the in your face. Ah.
Okay,
Look
Megan.
at her face after.
I just love Megan.
Fucking performer.
I just love her. And I love how she, like, basically wears nothing. I love it.
Yeah, the only thing I'm
for
gonna
it.
have to give everyone is like she needs a stylist. Like I'm gonna give that to. I'm just gonna.
Maybe.
Like, she needs a stylist.
Like, maybe, like, when she wears, like, outfits that are not for stage outfits.
It's like she's amazing already. I think that's the thing. It's like Cardi B.
Well,
like
I mean,
Cardi.
she's getting better, though, because her wigs have improved.
Oh, man.
Her makeup
Definitely
is on point.
So it's just getting
Like,
there, and enough people have been saying
you
it to where it's
develop.
like it's gonna happen.
Yeah, she has to develop for the artist. Like,
Yeah.
if she's just getting off freshman 15,
Yeah.
like,
And it's just like Cardi B. Like Cardi B wore regular clothes. Her teeth were fucked up, and then it's like
Yeah.
she met Offset when her teeth were still fucked up.
Oh, that mean he really loves her.
He actually really
Shit.
loves her. I mean, he just wanted to fuck a whole bunch of people, but
I mean, he's famous.
Did
Did you see the thing on Shade Room about Kanye West reportedly creating Star Wars themed low income housing units in California? That's why I was making that face earlier. Yeah, bitch. Exactly. Star Wars themed low income.
I'm like, shouldn't we just focus on giving these niggas homes, not the theme? How about you take all the stuff you're gonna spend on the theme and just give everyone a stipend? That is not important. Like, I get it. Ooh, fun, happy.
Jesus.
Kids are happy. No.
Well, this
First of all,
nigga is like reportedly creating units to resemble what Luke Skywalker lived in on Star Wars.
but yeah, no, Kanye, no.
I'm not here for it.
No, I don't know. I wish I could like that idea, but I don't.
I can't.
I love that Hallie's going to be Ariel's voice.
Oh yeah, hook it up.
Yeah,
white people mad per usual. Whatever.
Yeah, and it's like so many people have talked about it. There's not much I want to say about it, but it's like obviously racist people were the ones that had a problem. Like somebody was like, "You guys have had white Disney stars from 1920 something to like 2009." Like, please
Relax a
like,
little bit.
calm down. They're just being racist, and
And it's like it's a fictional fucking made up fucking thing.
right? It's
black.
not even real. Plus, someone broke it down, and they were talking about like the waters that she was in, and the fact that her best friend is a Jamaican crab.
Let's chill.
They were
Come
like,
on.
actually, Ariel ain't
She
white.
should have been black.
They were like, she actually might be Dutch, and there's black Dutch people.
Oh God.
Yeah, I was like,
I don't have time to dissect fiction like that.
yeah, that's like the R. Kelly meme where it's like, if you think about it.
Did you know that the situation from Jersey Shore was in jail for tax evasion?
Yeah, I did.
Why did I know that shit?
I did. I mean, I came across it because you know how Jersey Shore came back, and then he was on the
Yeah.
show, and he was like, "Yeah, I'm recovering." This nigga has had issues since Jersey Shore.
I'm not surprised.
Abusing pills, and then he went to rehab.
That's what happens when you get money and like you're not built for it.
And when bitches give you
Sadly.
pussy, you don't have to work for it. You start doing.
He has a wife.
I mean,
Don't
he was getting
he?
pussy his whole life. Oh yeah, he did marry that girl. I think he
And
was,
on the show, he was hella fucking.
he was-
so
yeah, and he was
But
still
that
flirting with bitches. Too,
basically, it's the
so.
basis of the show.
I would never marry a nigga like the situation. How can you trust him? Actually, it's like that girl's. You know,
She don't
when,
care.
when you date celebrities, you have to be ready to be cheated on. It's really stupid.
They
if
probably
you
have
don't.
agreements.
Yeah, it's really dumb. Freaking Terrence J's ex-girlfriend Jasmine Sanders is already with a new nigga. It's like with an NBA player.
I don't even know about their relationship.
So they met like because they told the story somewhere. Terrence and his friends were like throwing a house party, like, "Oh, we're single bachelors."
Oh, and then she like stay after, like she stayed and then never left.
They never left, and then
I mean, so are we surprised that she moved on fast?
right,
Like, if we're being honest, are we really that surprised? Because
yeah. I'm like, girl, and genuinely, I don't care. Also, Meg Thee Stallion, she's with Moneybagg Yo. She's been seen with him a couple times, and he's really ugly. And I know that's really fucked up to say.
She cares about niggas in their bag. Is he in his bag?
He is in his bag.
Okay, so
look at that necklace.
Yep. If that nigga's in his bag.
How does she get her stomach to stay like that? Because when you're famous, like, because I'm like, people from
twerks a
Texas,
lot? I don't know.
right? I mean, her booty, man. I wish I can.
The things that she does with her booty, I just need to be able to do half of them.
I just
Half.
want a little bit. Just
Maybe even a quarter. If I had a quarter,
right? Just
I'm
a little,
probably at a quarter.
just
right
a little.
now. I just need to be half.
I just need that.
If I can make my shit go like this in a squat, hook me the fuck up, because that's hard.
I'm gonna have to just go to the mirror in my closet so I can just squat
My
down in front of it,
muscles
like,
won't do it. Like my muscles will not twitch like in a squat. Like I don't
Yeah.
know why.
It might require a level of looseness.
Like, or you just have to have that booty like brain connection that I don't have.
Yeah,
yet.
that booty brain connection. Yeah, because I did meet girls with like regular butts and who could do it just because I don't know, they fucking practice. Do you know Nicki Minaj got a marriage license to this nigga with this nigga?
I thought I heard.
Yeah,
I heard about
they
that.
might get married. I mean, good for her. She's 36.
Whatever.
So I mean,
let her marry him.
yeah, why not? I mean, if he's with her for her money, and so
she was with him before.
Yeah,
so.
she was with him when she was broke.
Yeah,
that's the best. It's like, I mean, I guess not the best because that nigga might have came back because she got money, but
he just got out of jail. He looking for the come up.
Yeah, he did just get out of
That nigga
jail.
is looking for the come up.
Okay, Nikki, don't make no dumbass mistakes.
Did you see how Jaden Smith gave out food from his food truck for his birthday?
Vegan food.
Look at you being cute.
And vegan food is good because it's all carbs, and it's like that's what people need actually. You know, other than water. You know.
Yeah, you're homeless as fuck in LA. You need it.
Yeah, so I was like, I love that.
You need it. And he had given water. He like gave like a water purification system to Flint.
Oh yeah.
A while ago. Look at
and
him.
then him and Elon Musk, I think, are the two that have been like highly like publicized about doing water systems for Flint.
Good.
It's just crazy that
I mean, if the government isn't gonna fucking do it,
it's crazy that so many years down the line, Flint is still struggling.
Yeah,
that is crazy.
Yeah, and it's even sadder that all we do is talk about it. But I'm probably gonna keep talking about it because I don't know what the fuck to do.
I can't afford to make a change. I'm gonna go. You know what I'm gonna do? Oh, there's the idea in my head was so stupid because I was about to say, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna fly down to Flint with a pack of water in my suitcase, but it's like, bitch, go to the store in Flint.
And it's like, do you know how expensive your bag about to be?
Oh my god!
Like, cause you always overpack.
Oh yeah, you know, this time I was really proud of myself.
You didn't?
Yeah, I didn't.
Wow.
Yeah, because I finally was strategic. First of all, I brought a whole bunch of shoes I didn't need. You guys, I just came back from Atlanta. I brought a whole bunch of shoes I didn't need.
Always do that.
But I was like, shoes are heavy, so put your shoes in your carry-on.
Okay, bitch.
And then put your clothes. Yeah, you know, and then roll up your clothes because your clothes are light.
Yeah.
I left my suitcase, my checked suitcase. I left that one empty apart from the clothes. First of all, I had a ton of clothes and I didn't even know it was gonna fit, but it all fit in one side. And I was like, whoa, this is different.
Because you rolled them. You probably
rolled
did it the right way.
Yeah, I'm
thought
learning.
You're supposed to pack, but it's like I don't want my clothes wrinkled as fuck.
I mean, they got irons in the room.
I don't like ironing.
Oh. Yeah, I don't either.
I don't ever iron my own shit. Rashad irons all of my clothes.
Yeah, when I lived with my parents and I saw my dad ironing, I'd be like, Dad,
yes. Anytime we're about to go, Rashad be like, you need anything ironed? I'm like, hell yeah.
I iron like, I should ask my friend to iron because it's like, you know, men use irons.
Yeah,
way
they know
more.
how to do that shit.
I think I ironed like one shirt because I put it on and I was like, this looks like shit. So I just took it off and ironed it, but I didn't iron shit.
If I'm going somewhere dark, I'm not ironing. Sadly.
Yeah. The key is put the heavy shit in your carry-on. And I also made sure to zip up the little things so the extenders went out, you know, just so I wouldn't overdo it. Because that's another thing. My extenders will be out. So I'd be like,
open
I
that
got
shit.
space.
Yep. I was like, oh, yeah.
Yeah, I just close it because I'm like, they be playing with that carry-on, trying to make you pay because it's like a little wide. So I was like,
fuck y'all.
So that was I have more to say about Atlanta, but we'll talk about this pop culture first. They said ICE will begin its postponed nationwide immigration raids this Sunday.
Were they really postponed? Because when I came back from San Diego, there was Border Patrol every like 3 miles sitting on the side of the freeway.
They're going ham.
Like they're being very rude and racist.
Yeah. The raids are back on.
The wrong type of R&R.
They plan to arrest thousands of migrant families who have court orders to be removed. CNN reports.
Sad.
Trump is also trying to press ahead with adding a question about citizenship to the 2020 census after the Supreme Court dealt a major setback to his efforts last month.
They said that they're not adding that shit.
They're going to take place in at least 10 major cities. Atlanta, which I didn't even know there were that many Mexicans in Atlanta. Mexicans in Atlanta must be so happy. And they had a whole Mexican mall.
Where did they come from?
They had a whole Mexican mall where you could take.
Get there?
I know, right? Like y'all drove. Oh, from Texas.
Honestly, they probably walked.
That's
like
that's fucked up. There's no border to Atlanta, Georgia. They can't walk, Ashley.
Bitch, they walking all the way from fucking like near Panama right now. You
They walking from Panama.
That remember like back in like
right
that
what they
whole,
call
like,
it the wagon, the caravan.
No. Yes,
It's the caravan. Even
they
though
were walking like from some place near like fucking Panama.
I remember that.
So
I do.
them niggas might have walked.
These niggas walk, or they came from Tejas, because you know there's all the Mexicans. Tejas. So they had a whole Mexican mall in Atlanta, like where you can like take pictures with a monkey on your shoulder and shit. Like it was a cute little Mexican mall. Like they had it all in that bit. Like my friend's friend who lives there, he was all like, these Mexicans don't need to fuck with us. They got all their own shit.
Yeah.
Like they don't need to. Even
and I
like,
feel like that's why America doesn't like them. Is because they have like their own shit and their own culture, and it's just like let them have it.
and it's like you are booming as a Mexican in Atlanta because not only are you a great handyman and you're great at that type of shit, but your rent is low. So you're not struggling like Mexicans in California are struggling. You can afford, but you can afford your life. Your rent is low. Atlanta rent is so cheap. I was just telling Ashley, a big ass house, she was paying $350 a month for a big ass house. Like the whole house was worth like $100,000. I was like,
That
what?
shit makes no motherfucking sense.
So you're living your best life if you're in Texas or Georgia. So ICE is going to go to Atlanta, Baltimore, Chicago, Denver, Houston, Los Angeles, obviously, New York, Miami, New Orleans, and San Francisco.
I'm just like, why are they going to like fucking Chicago?
I guess Mexicans really be. I mean,
I didn't know. Like,
we're ignorant. We don't know.
Right?
Though. We ain't from none of these places. Yeah, but yeah,
like New York, I see it.
It's kind of fucked up. Like because I don't say anything about the issue because it's like I'm like impartial because I don't know if there's room in America for all these people.
Not in California.
It just not. Yeah, right. California's freeways are just stupid. They used to not be like this.
It's just like we're where we're not supposed to be.
Right.
So,
you guys brought us here. So
it's just like that's
Aren't
why
you,
I'm like
they're
I
immigrants.
can't agree with it. Yeah, that's why I'm like I can't agree with it.
Yeah, the people who are trying to kick them out aren't even from here.
Like I ain't even supposed to be here.
They ain't even supposed to be
Like-
here. They were supposed to be in
Fucking
India, right? They meant to go to India and they ended up over here.
Yeah.
And they started calling them niggas Indians. Man.
because they was dumb as fuck.
Dumb as fuck. Christopher Columbus stealing ass nigga.
Okay, wait. You reminded me earlier, and I forgot to say, like, when we were talking about Atlanta, did you hear about that lady in Atlanta who's being charged with murder because she got in a fight when she was pregnant and she got shot in her stomach and the baby died? And the person who shot her is not in jail at all.
I just think it's crazy that, yes, I get it. She put her baby in danger's way.
Because they said she started the fight and she pursued the fight, that it's her fault. That's
that her baby is shot.
Yeah.
Nigga, no, it's the person who shot her's
Like,
fault. What do you?
Like I know on Vital Information they were talking about it. And they were saying like I don't think she went into that fight knowing that person had a gun. Like you're not gonna willingly fight somebody that has a gun.
And you didn't go in that fight like, damn. Well, if I get shot, it's just gonna kill my baby. Like no one. It's not logical.
But like on one hand, it's like if you're pregnant, why the fuck are you fighting?
She should have gotten in trouble for fighting.
Yeah, but not for her baby fucking dying. Like she got shot 8 times. You think like anybody asked for that? It was 8.
Times?
It was 8 times. Yeah.
What? So she 50 Cent. Oh my god.
50 Cent got shot 9 times.
But she survived. That's close enough. She survived.
Don't say things like that, Nina.
That's really crazy. You got shot 8 shots.
This bitch 50 Cent. 50 Cent is the most trash human being ever. And isn't he a cancer? He makes us look bad.
Cancer. Charlamagne said cancers are petty.
I don't think I am all the time, at least. I don't think I
haven't really read that about cancers, but somebody else really O.J. Simpson is a cancer.
Oh, God.
Yeah, that's
our representation is not looking too great.
Yeah. All y'all
I'm not
got
with
is
this
Charlamagne.
shit.
There's a couple good cancers in there.
A couple.
I mean, you know, Geminis, we have a bad rap. So I'm like,
all the time.
Welcome.
Welcome.
To being thought that you are a piece of shit. But that's really sad. We don't need to laugh about people dying.
No, we don't.
When you listen to a murder podcast,
a baby.
I know.
Like, damn.
At least that baby didn't know. That's not a bad thing. Like the baby didn't know. You know, just peaceful. You know, with God. God just took over. Okay.
Automatically went to heaven. If that baby went to hell, everybody on earth needs to go to hell because that's fucked up.
Oh my God.
That is fucked up. If that baby went to hell. Because like some kids go to hell. Isn't it called like purgatory? Because you know how there's like 7 layers of hell?
Oh.
Yeah.
I didn't know there were 7 layers.
Levels,
I don't read the Bible enough.
I only know because my dad's a pastor.
Right. But yeah, purgatory is like
That's for kids.
Purgatory. No, it's not for kids. I heard purgatory is where you have to like deal with your sins before going to heaven. Like, so if you were kind of bad but good enough.
So, like, can you get out of it?
Yeah. Purgatory. But no, you're in purgatory as long as how bad you were. Like,
oh, damn.
My understanding of purgatory is.
But wait, if you go to purgatory, do you, like, go to heaven after or do you stay in hell?
That's what the thing is. You go to heaven after.
Oh, okay.
Purgatory is saying, like.
Just kidding.
Oh, my God.
I'm just kidding.
My understanding of purgatory, just my understanding was that if you're meant to go to heaven, but you did bad things, it like you have to do some work and then God gets
this is rude. So I'm looking at it says there's 9 circles of hell in order of entrance and severity. So limbo is where those who never knew Christ exist. How is that their fault?
That's really fucked up.
This is why I don't fuck with religion.
So limbo is in hell? That's fucked up.
Like, that's rude.
Like, sorry.
Like, God,
like,
really?
God. Sorry.
You couldn't control your angels?
Right.
Cool.
That sucks. People who never knew just have to go to hell?
If God is a forgiving God, why he send Satan to hell anyways? Like, why he make him stop
we are
being
modeled
an angel?
after God, and we are some fucked up people. So, God is...
So is the devil really
God
the
is
devil?
conflicted.
Is devil really the devil?
Because God really washed out everybody at one point. He said, fuck all y'all stupid ass people.
We starting over, and niggas still wound up the same, if not worse.
He was going to do it again, but someone had to tell him, like, hey, God, we're just human. Okay, tell me the layers of hell.
Okay, you want to know?
This is horrifying.
Okay, lust, self-explanatory.
Lust is a layer of hell?
Fuck. Gluttony, I'm already there. Greed.
Wait. Oh, 9 circles in hell in order of entrance and of severe. So limbo is 1. Yeah. Lust is 2. Okay, so sex isn't
you
that
enter because lust is after limbo. So
Dang.
like it's worse to not know Christ than to have sex or be lustful. But damn,
eating Chick-fil-A is worse than having sex. Fuck.
Greed.
Okay.
Anger. Oh my God. Hearsay.
Rejection of religious and cover. Rejection of religious and or political norms. Hearsay.
Political norms?
So just not believing in God. I assume.
Violence. Okay.
Wow. Violence.
Fraud
is worse than violence?
What is this website? Treachery. Somebody made this shit up.
I don't know. Yeah.
Somebody made that shit
We need to cross-reference with Satan.
Fact. Ayo.
God, Satan, I don't want nothing. Fuck out of here. Sorry, I didn't mean to yell into the mic.
Exactly. I don't want that.
Okay, this
but
is
there's
scary.
literally 9 layers, and it's the same across the board.
You need to clear your history.
Because I'm researching
That's
shit?
Scary. Like, just
like,
no.
What?
No, you researching
Look at how somebody, like, put the layers. Like, they made the layers. I watched this movie. I watched Dante's Inferno, and he goes through the 9 layers of hell to save his wife because he told his wife, like, Dante had to go off to war. Mm-hmm. And he fucking cheated on his wife. And then, like, I don't remember what happened, like, how she found out or whatever. But the bitch ended up dying. And she went to hell to, like, save him. And she ended up becoming, like, Satan's bitch, like, his girlfriend. And so Dante goes through the 9 circles of hell to go win his wife back from the devil.
What's this movie called?
Dante's Inferno.
When was this made?
I don't know. It's an anime, though.
Oh, it's an anime.
Yeah.
Okay.
I definitely watched that with my ex, like, because he was into that shit, but I actually liked it. So
that's horrifying.
It was pretty scary too because there's this, like, in the gluttony part, there's this fat ass nigga, and he's like literally like everybody's body is his body, like, so he has like people's bodies coming out of his
I feel
body.
like I've seen that on like other things.
You may have.
They do show him in other like not animations, not necessarily cartoons. That also looks like Earth, and I believe that Earth is going to turn into hell. So
the Earth might be hell.
Yeah, because if you look at it, isn't this? Didn't they say the center of the? Oh no, the center of Earth is hot.
It's a solid little rock, but like in between that
there's
is magma
and shit. Okay.
And then
see.
Bitch, shut up.
Shit looks like Earth, man. Y'all better.
I
think God gonna take us up, and he gonna leave everyone behind.
Okay, I need to see where do
I don't even want to know this shit.
Well, if you knew Christ, you would know.
I know Christ enough to never know.
Somebody Google what layer of hell am I in? Like what?
What?
What? Oh my God! What? It won't even tell where the kids go, but there is a place of hell for kids.
Oh my God.
I was trying to find it.
It's probably limbo.
Oh God.
Well, but some of them do know God.
Not
no, kids don't know God. Yeah, kids don't know God. Because they just know of God. They don't know God.
They don't know Christ in their heart.
That's scary.
He's not in they horse.
That's fucking horrifying.
He ain't in they
You know who
horse.
else is in hell? ASAP. No, I'm just kidding. Transition.
You are wild.
No, because Andrew Schultz, which is the co-host with Charlemagne on Brilliant Idiots, his like one of his teammates who in his group who helps him be successful basically got arrested in Sweden, and it took him about 2 months to get out of prison. It was this whole campaign, get Alex out, get Alex out. It took forever. Had to call these lawyers. All this bullshit was going on. Alex is out. So now ASAP Rocky got arrested in Sweden. They said he can't get in contact with no one. He's living in unlivable conditions. He's in solitary. The video came out. I didn't see it, but I heard the audio of it. And they were actually telling the guy, like, leave us alone. We don't want to fight. ASAP. Like, leave us alone. We don't want to fight. Leave us alone. We don't want to fight. Leave us alone. But ASAP, you're ASAP. You actually don't have to fight. Ever.
Like, let these niggas hit you.
And you have security.
And then
I
sue
hope.
them. Like, let them hit you.
But the thing is, like, you should have security. You guys should have all learned from Nipsey.
Like, he felt comfortable.
Like, Nipsey's security guard was supposed to be with him that day. He just didn't tell his security where he was. Yeah. And then this nigga got shot. And it's like, your security is supposed to be the one beating people's asses, not you. That's their whole job, is to risk their entire lives.
And then, like, the whole situation is stupid. Because one article I read, it was like, it was because, like, the guys had groped a girl they were with or something. I was just like, really? I was like, I don't know how factual that is.
When ASAP comes out, he'll tell us what happened.
If he come out, he might just have to serve the 4 years.
Oh, it's 4 years?
Because I think he's facing up to 4 years.
Damn, just for fighting.
And I know a lot of people don't care because, like, of the things that he said about black women, and then how he's said, like, he's not going to be an activist for us, basically.
Right, because he lives in Beverly Hills and he got no parts of that shit.
Yeah. So it's just like, I'm indifferent.
So, and that's funny because Crystal on The Read, if you guys know the show The Read, Crystal talked about that exact statement. Like, oh, it's not funny.
It backfired.
She said, what'd she say? I thought of this when I heard about ASAP Rocky's situation in Sweden, and actually posted what he said about,
and that's the one I read.
And then Joe Budden. Okay, so when news broke of, and this is from Shade Room, when news broke of ASAP Rocky being detained by Swedish authorities in reportedly inhumane conditions following a physical altercation with men while visiting the country, many celebrities used social media to spread the word about signing a petition to help free him. However, not everyone was on board, as many pointed out ASAP's problematic past comments about Black Lives Matter and being black. Specifically, The Read's, not specifically, but okay, you guys. The Read's Crystal West, and I love Crystal. Her comments caused Joe Budden to go at her via his weekly podcast, and it ain't pretty. And these are two podcasts that are like some of the top podcasts in the world. Joe Budden is like
Joe Budden.
Yeah, I can't listen to it, but people love him, and his podcast actually won awards. Like, it's actually that good, which I'm like,
he just yells though.
Yeah,
I can't listen to something where you're always yelling.
He overpowers people, and he like is a contrarian. It's kind of frustrating.
Well, that's why he's single.
Right. Oh, yeah. I mean, that's what happens when
when you're an asshole.
God, guys. Crystal initially hopped on Twitter to point out ASAP's prior comments, writing, I thought I heard about this, what I just said. She followed that with a screenshot of his 2014 comments regarding his inability to relate to the Black Lives Matter movement, which read, "They're not forcing me to do shit. I'm just going to stay black and die. Why? Because I'm black. So every time something happens because I'm black, I got to stand up, And so they have audio from Joe Budden's podcast. So I was about to play that real quick because I haven't heard it yet.
Yelling.
Adds anything to the narrative, nor does it change how I feel. And if it changes how you feel, then you should look inside your heart. I'm not going to get into this was however many years ago. People change X,
2014.
Y. 2014, Ferguson.
Okay.
I'm not going to get into this was however many years ago. People change. We don't know where. I'm not getting into any of that. He's in a real f***ed up situation over there. How I feel about that is not altered by how he feels about anything.
Yeah.
If any of my peers, friends, I don't think it's. If a stranger were in that. That's so nasty on Twitter. I seen that going around.
Yeah.
I seen it going around.
That's why I asked, because I saw a lot of people on both sides.
But that nasty ass bum homegirl, I seen her put it out.
Who's that?
No need to say, but that one of them podcasts down the Dow. She put it out, and it's just like you niggas that be preaching this pro-black but get evil in a heartbeat. Woo! If a stranger were in that. That's so
it wasn't. She just posted what he said.
Yeah, I seen it going around.
Crystal said it was not evil.
A lot of people on
but
both
that nasty
sides.
ass bum home.
Okay, so and then Crystal didn't even know about it. People hit her up because I remember
because she don't listen to him,
she don't be on social media. She don't give a fuck about social media. She be on it just for fun. And I saw that's where I fell in, where I saw like, oh shit, somebody said something about Crystal, and then I saw this. So she said, so yeah, as for me and my house, we still buying that cheap shit at IKEA. Ain't signing a petition either. And then she said, LMAO, I know all about Button's bitch ass is steam pressed over me in our show. Nigga ought to be glad I paved the way for him. She's funny. She said, I'm not talking about his goofy ass on my bigger, longer running, more money making, coming to TV this fall show. He can get these tweets though. And you know, I forgot the Reed is getting a TV show. The Reed is going to have a TV show. Crystal, my bigger, longer running, more money making, coming to TV this fall show. Ooh. And
he could go to Love and Hip Hop.
Bitch. She said something about that, and you saying that made me realize she was talking about him, because she said, if I was that broke, or if I was that like something, I would get on reality TV. Mm-hmm. Oh fuck. So they've been beefing. They've been beefing. Let me double tap. Crystal, I fuck with you. I mean, she does say a lot of shit that irritates
and
people.
He was like, evil. What is evil?
She didn't say shit evil. No. It was actually very like
it was just like, I'm gonna put these facts out here.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah. But like honestly, we like I get what he was saying, like it was years ago, people change, but people always get bit in the ass by the tweets that they make years ago. And it's just like, honey, like who's to say that you really changed though? Like, have you come out with tweets saying like, yo, like I do care about Black Lives Matter? I don't think I've ever heard anything like that from A$AP Rocky.
For example, Chris Brown doesn't beat nobody no more, but he's still a wild ass nigga. So even though he stopped being like domestically abusive, doesn't mean the crazy part of him that was domestically abusive doesn't still exist. That nigga's still crazy.
Like he was just beating Karuchi's ass.
Right, he was fucking stalking her. That's just scary. I'm so glad she's with this new nigga.
Me too. Victor Cruz.
So much better.
His checks. You got anything else? Oh, I got one more thing.
Yes.
A couple is suing an IVF clinic after mix-up led to the couple, another couple having their child. So this Asian bitch had twins, and then the babies were supposed to be girls, because you know with IVF you can pick or whatever. Yeah. So the babies were supposed to be girls. So she had 2 twin boys, and she was like, that doesn't seem right. And so then I think it took them like 2 months to figure out that she had the wrong babies. And then they were like, yeah, at first we weren't going to give them back to their parents, and then we decided it was the right thing to do. And so they gave one couple back their baby, and then another unnamed couple got their baby back. Like unidentified couple.
It was 2 different couples.
Yes, like so she had twins, but they were fraternal. Yeah, they were fraternal. So one was that lady's kid, and the other one was that other lady's kid.
You carried babies and you didn't even get paid to give them up.
No. And IVF is fucking expensive.
That's why they're suing, because it's like the fucking check.
Because they were saying it was fraud, that they didn't they weren't. And the thing is, they went to a clinic that like wasn't accredited by the College of American Pathologists. And apparently that's something that you should look for when you're getting IVF. And that shit's like $10,000 a pop.
In general,
they probably went somewhere for it to be cheaper.
Right, which is stupid. In general, whatever doctor you go to that specializes has to be accredited. And
you know, like they said that they're not obligated to tell you that they fucked up. So like this could have happened to other people. Like other people could have had other people's kids, and then they're probably wondering like, damn, that baby don't look like me.
People are gonna all look back. People who went there are gonna be like, damn, I've been always wondering why my baby came out so dark,
or why my baby came out looking Asian, like,
or looking white. And I'm not a white person.
They said the babies didn't look Asian at all, and that's when they were like, there's something wrong here. Yeah. I hope they get their motherfucking money. And honestly, I'm like, damn, at that point, would you really want the baby? But I'm like, you paid for it, so.
Yeah.
Probably. But that's weird. Like, somebody else carried your baby without you even signing up for this.
And then you just woke up one day and you had a child.
Yeah, and that's why I'm also wondering, like, bitch, you went to get IVF too. Did you have a baby that wasn't yours? Like, what happened, like, with your situation? Did it not attach? Like, I'm a little confused. Like, because in the story, like, I read the whole thing and, like, oh, shit.
Right.
I read the story and, like, it doesn't even make any mention of that lady ever having a baby of her own in her own stomach.
The lady who gave, not the lady.
The lady whose child was given birth to by the Asian lady.
Yeah, because I was about to say, I was like, So does that mean she was I mean, she didn't have a baby, so I'm like, was she injected someone else's?
Probably.
Because you know, sometimes most of the time it doesn't work. And
then they be implanting like 6 eggs.
Oh my god! And like maybe one will stick.
Yep.
Wow, that's so crazy. This world is really crazy.
It's a real fucked up.
It's a good time for commercial break, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Hey guys, interrupting the conversation real quick to bring you a Black Business of the Week. This week we have Civilly with 2 L's Righteous. So you can find them on Instagram at Civilly with 2 L's Righteous. And they have their website, which is civillyrighteous.com. So this is a clothing brand that sells, you know, stuff with things for the cause on the shirt. So some of the things that they have that are super freaking cute is I was black before it was cool. They have a whole snack with the Whole Foods design up on it.
I need that with the Nigerian. I was Nigerian before it was cool.
Right? Tell them. Or make that shit yourself.
Okay.
They also have Malcolm X hats. Malcolm X. I said that's so weird. They have what are those things called? Visors. There's sports bras with like their Fresh Prince of Bel-Air theme, but it says fresh face.
Hey.
They have a different world with a different vibe. Love it. They have baseball tees. They have like fucking everything that you need. And like
culture.
Their prices are decent as hell because I went to the site and I looked. So if you want to find them, they're on Instagram at Civilly with 2 L's Righteous. Website is the same, Civilly with 2 L's Righteous.com. They're based yeah. So it's spelled CIVILLYRIGHTEOUS. And they're based in Atlanta, Georgia. And if you go on their website and you enter your email address, you get 10% off automatically. So you might want to do that.
Black business.
So yeah, hook it up if you can. All right, back to the program. Peace. Hey guys, welcome back to the conversation. So we're going to do a quick little educational thing, a little each one teach one real quick. So I was surfing the nets like I do, and I found this article, and I hate how like the internet does the titles for articles because it's always wrong. Man. So the article stated that the increase of minimum wage to $15 could cost 1.3 million people their jobs.
Oh.
Right?
Okay.
Yeah, exactly. So upon further reading into this article, I discovered that Congress hasn't raised the minimum wage for over a decade. Oh. So it's literally at $7.25 and $7.25 an hour.
Where?
In the United States. That's what the minimum wage is. Average.
Sheesh.
But the companies like in fucking, what's that, South Dakota or North Dakota, that's just $5.15.
Ew.
Yeah.
Fuck no.
Like, I didn't even know shit could be that low. Wow. And when I looked at the minimum wage in Florida is $8.25, I realized why niggas is so fucking crazy out there. And in some states there is no minimum wage. Like,
is
they
that
could
Georgia?
pay whatever. Yeah, Georgia, Louisiana, Mississippi, Tennessee, South Carolina are all. Oh, and then what's that little ass state? I don't fucking know. It don't matter.
We don't know shit.
I don't know.
No.
But
under Maine.
Yes.
If you guys know what under
next
Maine
to
is.
New York, under Maine.
Right.
I don't know.
That place.
But the way that the article phrased it, it was just so wrong because it's like 17 million people would benefit from this. And maybe 1.3 million people wouldn't. And the reason being is because when they raised the minimum wage to $15 an hour, some of these companies wouldn't be able to afford to pay all those employees. Right. So then some people would lose their jobs. Right. And so I was like, I hate how they phrased this shit because
that is kind of annoying. I hate that.
It's only it says 1.3 million employees could lose their jobs because the companies can't afford the wage. This is a 0.8% reduction of the number of employed workers. Honestly,
just go to school.
I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Sadly, like
I've lost a job before, so I definitely don't care.
Because the minimum wage in California is $11. In California, you can't even pay your bills and have money to save making $11 an hour.
It's 12 now after the new year.
Oh, okay, cool.
So that might just be 1 year back.
Yeah. But this article was like on fucking.
This person needs to write.
Nigga. Yahoo. whoever you're, Kristen Myers, you wrote this shit. You're one of the writers. Y'all don't be doing shit right.
But maybe California's averaging 11. That is also a possibility.
I think the average is 11. But it's just like with that, you can't survive, especially in California.
Yeah, that's for high school students.
Like Texas, $7.25. Alaska is $9.84. How is Alaska's minimum wage higher than Texas?
How are you guys surviving when the food still costs the same? When I go to other states, the food's still the same price.
Detroit is Detroit is Michigan's a state.
Oh yeah,
is $7.25. I have not. This map ain't got no names on it.
Yeah, because it's funny. I was just thinking about this because people say Chicago, but you never think about like it's in Illinois. It's in Illinois.
Mm-hmm.
Or you think
I always forget, and like Rashad thinks I'm so stupid for that because I told him one time I was like, I forgot Chicago wasn't a state.
Yeah, well, yeah, because it's so big, like it's more popular than Illinois. Like Atlanta, Georgia, that's known, but it's like freaking Detroit, Michigan. You know, like it's like oh, you're in Michigan.
I had to think about it for a second.
That's interesting to I don't know. We're from California, so it's really fucking weird. Like for people who grow up in like those bumfuck places like fucking Kentucky, I'm like, really? Ew. I'm sorry. We might have a Kentucky listener.
Right.
No, I don't care. I genuinely don't care.
Yeah. If I hurt your feelings, get used to it.
It's all right. I promise you'll be fine.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, it's life. That's how it goes.
That's really crazy, but it's helping 17 million people. So the 1.3 got a deal.
Y'all step up your fucking game. If you're not the ones benefiting, find a way to benefit. Just kidding. It's not 17 million. It's 27 million.
Wow. It's even more. 10 more.
I was wrong.
10 million more.
There was a 7 in it, but 27 million will prosper and 1.3 will not.
That sounds like normal.
Sounds like a personal problem, sadly.
Right. That sounds normal, plus it sounds beneficial.
We're going to sound real classist, but I mean,
I'm struggling too. Shit.
Right?
I got student loans.
I make above minimum wage. I'm still struggling.
Every time I talk about money, all I say is I got student loans.
Speaking of student loans, somebody did ask us that. Where is it? I had it pulled up and I was supposed to say it earlier, but I could say it right now. So, this person, Mexicana _AZ, messaged us and said, just heard latest episodes. Oh my gosh, y'all need to go to Mexico or something to get an inhaler and EpiPen quick.
I didn't reply to them?
No, but they were saying, I was wondering if you guys would comment on Bernie Sanders' claim of student loans forgiveness. Can you also comment on the cough, selfish and inconsiderate IMO cough feedback from people that have paid off their loan, how it's not fair to them? Would love to hear your take on that. Love y'all. Gonna check out Miss Pat now. Thanks.
Yeah, hopefully you heard Miss Pat because that's really funny. I actually saw that and I wrote something. Okay, because on that one episode, the one before this one, I accidentally said the debt was 6.6 trillion. It was 1.6. Okay, so it's still a lot. It's 1/10 instead of 1/4, which is still a lot.
That's a lot.
1/10
of like the national debt.
Yeah. So then I did go to Mexico. But I didn't even realize that I could get an inhaler EpiPen there. But luckily I have friends in medicine who are just going to order an inhaler next time their patient needs an inhaler.
Fuck.
Yeah. And I asked them, I asked them for the EpiPen and they were like, sorry, I don't have access to that. But they have access to my inhaler.
Of course not. Of course, the more important thing. I'm just kidding.
Hopefully
they're both important.
Right. Yours is kind of more because I could just take Benadryl and mine will chill out. Right. Yours is just like,
I'll just be like,
yeah.
Dying.
Yeah.
But to speak on Bernie Sanders, I'm all for it. I don't even plan to pay that shit back now. So if they forgive it, even fucking better.
We have no intentions of actually paying the full balance.
For what? We're literally the only nation that has this problem.
Yes.
For education.
It's predatory.
The only. So make America great again. Abolish this shit.
Yeah.
Or just reduce the fucking price. Like, did you see how they're letting old people go to college? They're like over 60 for I think like maybe like $1 or some absurdly low amount of money. Wow. So that they can be up with the times basically and learn something that they didn't know. I'm like, well, if you already went to college back in your day, I think you're fine. Like you don't need any more.
Well, it's not like we learned something new and extravagant in college. We just specialized.
Yeah, and all those people that paid their loans back already, yo bad. You should have been like the rest of us and paid the minimum or deferred that shit. And I mean, if you paid it back,
be happy that you paid it back.
Be happy
nigga.
You had the means to do it because a lot of people are going into default,
right?
By not being able to afford to pay back their loans that they took out to get an education to better their lives in hopes of getting a job where they can afford to pay those off. But since your bachelor's basically does nothing now,
right?
there's no way to account for that. Like, sorry.
And I heard of someone who did not pay their student loans and then they fucked up their credit score. Like, even though now they're paying for it, it's like that time fucks with your credit score. You should be happy that you paid your shit off and just focus on your car note and your mortgage.
Yeah,
like,
pay off other shit now.
We still got bills, so don't be mad at us. Like, nigga, we still are worried.
Exactly, because what if they don't wipe this shit?
Then we're still
What
fucked.
if we still have to pay it back and end up spending our whole life paying some shit back? And then, like, does that loan get passed on to your kids? Like, does that debt go to your kids?
Oh, my God, it does.
Oh, shit. Can't have kids now. Just kidding. But, yeah, like, if you paid your shit back, good for you.
Yeah, and even if Bernie Sanders doesn't successfully do the student loan forgiveness, at least the ball is rolling.
Yeah.
And you know when the ball rolls, shit happens. So
because other candidates are mentioning it too. Like, it's not
Elizabeth
just him.
Warren. Yeah.
And, like, I'm all for it. Like, please take my loans away because they're a lot.
And it's predatory. We were too young to make that decision, you know.
Because it's like, if I had known I would have had as much debt as I did from going to college and known that, like, the interest was going to make it damn near, like, double, maybe triple, depending on how long I take to pay it back, I probably wouldn't have gone. I
would have just gotten my bachelor's in, like, communications so I can graduate in 3 years and got my teaching credential. And
And then I read this article too about this white bitch that paid off her loans. Her loans were like $36,000 and she paid them off in like 18 months. And they were asking her how she did it. I'm like, well, first of all, there's $36K. That's not a lot of money. That's like getting a car.
In 18 months, which means she paid $2,000 a month.
Yes. Yeah.
That's not bad.
That's not.
I'm like,
that's
actually
really
broke
not.
It down. I was like, that's just a couple of my bills.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so, yeah. Yep,
that's
how we feel.
Yeah, love y'all too. Love you too.
Love you.
Let us know how you feel about Miss
You
Pat.
always talk to us. Appreciate you.
We appreciate all the people who comment on us. We see you. We definitely do see you. Good time for a look at God.
Yeah, let's do it.
I'll go first because we missed an episode because I was in Atlanta. I went to Atlanta for a Nigerian convention, which was super cool. But luckily, one of my friends who travels a lot came with me, and that person knows a lot of people in Atlanta. On top of me now knowing people, like meeting my cousin, he lives out there, and Kuba God from our past episode, he lives out there with Frank Milley, his Kuba God. He lives out there with Frank Milley, his manager. Frank just moved down there.
Oh, where?
Yeah, I didn't get to see him though.
Because didn't he used to live in like
Baltimore?
Oh, I thought you lived in Charleston.
Yeah, I think they're from. They might be from Charleston.
From
yeah,
okay.
But he moved from Baltimore, so he was there. I didn't get to see him because I was too busy the day that he actually came back to Atlanta. But it was like just meeting, knowing people, and making connections, and that was really fun. And there was a lot of conversation. I mean, most of the time in the room, I was the youngest person, and so other than being in these weird ass nightclubs, and I call them weird because in Atlanta, nobody dances or talks or mingles. No one networks. It was just really weird.
And like, aren't they all supposed to be entrepreneurs out there? Like, shouldn't you
That's
be
the thing.
To
yeah, it was just so weird. But it's like, who you gonna mingle with some scammers in the club? These niggas can't help you in any sort of way but get you sent to prison. And so it was different from that. Like, yeah, there were some events where people danced, but the clubs were like, no. Like, so where my friend said, don't send me to another fucking club. Like, so it was to that level. But that was really cool. And just like kind of getting a lot of knowledge from old heads. And they were telling me, oh, we're old heads. We putting you on game. We putting you. And I was like, you guys really are putting me on game though. So they were just telling me a lot of stuff. I really love the entrepreneurship out there. People may have jobs, but they also have their own job and work for themselves. Yep. Almost everyone that we hung out with like worked for themselves or worked a trade job that's paying like a hell of a lot of money. A job where they only had to train for 6 months to a year, and then they're making over $100K. So it was just like, I love that. And then people from Atlanta might not realize this because they're from Atlanta, but the customer service in Atlanta is the shittiest customer service I've ever experienced in my life. The good part about that is that means that there's money to be made, because when people like us come out there and we actually show exemplary customer service and shit like that.
To have Southern hospitality?
It was like, people are nice. People aren't fucking dicks. Like, like California people are just like dicks, not like.
And standoffish.
Yeah, naturally. Out there, people are just nice, but it's like there's still a lot of fucking attitude, unfortunately, when dealing with Black businesses, and like a lot of unprofessionalism. And it's like, it made me be like, okay, if I want to start a business out there, I can hold the standard of high customer service, because when people go to a place with really good customer service, they're like, oh my God, service was so good. So I did like that about it. It inspired me, you know, and made me feel like, okay, I need to, I even said that. I said, I'm going to quit all my jobs in 12 months. I mean, it's just going to happen because I'm, if you guys can't tell already, I'm exhausted right now. And I look forward to the days where it's like, it's not like I'm gonna wake up at 12 or nothing, but the days where I can wake up at like 9:30
or like 7 a.m. I just want to wake up at 7.
I don't want to wake up early.
I want to wake up at 7 a.m.
I don't.
I just don't want to wake up at 4:30 or 5.
Know, I used to wake up at 7. I'll only be okay waking up at 7 if my body naturally doesn't.
Yeah.
I look forward to, if my body doesn't naturally do it, waking up at like, my body averages 9:30. Like if I'm just not waking up early or whatever. So like just waking up at 9:30, getting up, cleaning up, taking a shower,
making breakfast.
Eat it. That's what I was about to say.
I just would like to make breakfast. Like I see all this bullshit about morning routines. I'm like, bitch, I gotta wake up at 4. Routine? Ain't nobody having no routine.
I set my alarm at 5:30 just so I can snooze it to 6. Like, my
feel
God,
like you get extra
I'm so
sleep.
fucking tired, and then I don't even go to bed till 2, so I'm just struggling, you know. And I look forward to not having to do that no more. Even though working for yourself is a lot of work, and you have to work hard. I'm a hard worker, and so I was really inspired about that. So that's basically my look at God, just being like, first of all, I had a great vacation. That was so fun. I did things literally every day, all day. It was really fun, you know, but also just being inspired to work hard and like making new friends, and you know, that was really cool.
And look at God that the week is almost over, because
when you guys hear it, it'll already be over. The weekend will be over.
Yes, because it tried a bitch this week several times. Like, I'm sick of my job. Like, and I like look at God. Like, I did not let that shit depress me this week, because I was almost there. Like on fucking Tuesday at work, the whole time I was fighting tears because a bitch was like, I don't want to be here.
Just want to walk out.
This shit is pointless. I fucking hate it. I don't even fucking care about it. Yet I have to come here, and I have to be here, and I have to put on a kind face so I don't fuck shit up for my company that I don't even give a fuck about.
Right.
So like I was literally at work, and I was texting Nina. Like I never text her at work, like especially like not back to back. I was just texting her the whole time. Like, this white bitch is annoying me today.
That's how
I fucking
am when I don't want to be there.
This white conversation is giving me a migraine. Like, cause the more I interact with these fake ass fucking white people, the more irritated I get that I have to fucking work in this establishment.
Right.
Like, so look at God. I handled that shit with grace. I would like to think. I just didn't talk to nobody. They probably thought I had an attitude. Do I care?
Don't care.
No.
I don't care.
I don't owe y'all shit.
Nope.
I don't have to be kind to anybody. I literally have to do my job and be out.
Like I said, I don't give a fuck about any of my jobs. I don't care. Don't expect me
Not
to give
at all.
Fuck. I'm a great employee. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
And like, I remember one hospital, the security guard tried to try me and was like, nah, you got to go like down to the basement and check in because the operating room didn't answer. And I was like, but I'm late. Like, I was like, I need to go right now. He's like, regardless of that, you need to go downstairs. Guess who the fuck didn't go? Me. Fuck that. Fuck out of here. Who you think I am about to follow your bitch ass rules? Because you're not going to enforce it.
Right.
So I was like, all right, bet. I asked him where it was, acted like I was listening to everything, straight up didn't go. And nobody fucking found out.
Yeah.
And then what else did I have? Oh, look at God, I have more money in my bank account than I thought I did. I mean, it's still not a lot, but
that's always nice.
A bitch is floating.
That's always
and that's
nice.
all we need to do until that next check come.
Right.
Because some unexpected shit came through and a bitch handled it, but my funds are low. So yeah, looking out for that, guys.
This year's gonna be a good year. I feel it.
Oh, yeah.
It's already the 7th month.
We're already making leaps and bounds.
It's already the 7th month.
I mean, but we're not. I mean, it's not like, you know how like last year, like everybody was like, yeah, this year was so hard. And we were like, it was cool for me.
It was all right.
Like, I feel like this is going to be the same thing where we're like, no, it's still cool.
This year was fine.
Yeah.
I worked a lot. I've never worked this much in my life, but it's like, I'm okay.
Yeah. I definitely have been very sleepless.
Yeah. And it's like when we get older, we're going to look back and be like, damn, that built my work ethic.
Oh, and did I say on here that I graduated?
Whole graduation you did say it, but it's like she had her
actually
ceremony.
Went to the graduation and I left early. Like,
that's it.
As soon as I walked across the stage, they took my picture after. Like, I literally was only taking this picture for my mother, and she bought them shits already.
Yep.
So, like, I took the picture, and, like, I lied and was like, can I go to the bathroom? Because they weren't trying to let us leave. And he was like, are you sure you want to do this right now? I was like, yeah. And then I left, and, like, Rashad took pictures of me outside, and then we went back to the hotel and then went to dinner.
Was your family there? So they just met you outside?
Yeah.
Okay,
well, no, they were there at the hotel. So we went back and met them at the hotel. Because I told him, I was like, don't come. I was like, there's no point. Yeah. Like, literally, Rashad was the only person there for me.
Yeah, your fiance.
Yeah. And then, I had some good food, and I had fun, you know.
I have fun.
You know? Yeah, so it's great. It's beautiful.
Yeah, so
it's cute.
It's cute.
It's cute.
All right, guys, just so you know, you can find us on Apple Podcasts. Just search Young and Getting It Podcast with no G at the end of Getting. Please subscribe, rate, and review. We're also on SoundCloud.com/WeAreYAGIP. And you can follow us on there and comment, and we'll comment back. We're also on YouTube.com. Just search Young Getting It Podcast. Please subscribe on there, comment, we'll comment back. We're also on Spotify. We're also on Spotify. We're also on GooglePlay. We're also on Stitcher. We're also on Pocket Cast, nigga. We're on.
Nigga, locked and fucking loaded in. Bitch.
Neck rolling.
Eyes rolling too, nigga. And you can also find us on Twitter and Instagram at YAGI_. YAGI _podcast. Let me stop playing and get this
We're
shit
doing
right.
the most
I'm
right now.
Fucking tripping. I'm hot. My titties is sweating.
Okay. We can't have the
I need to
AC
go
on.
home.
You guys will hear the AC if we fucking have it on. So, bitch, it's hot. And I decided to cook some chicken while we were taping.
Bitch turned on the oven at 450 right before we started.
450 and started
what?
cooking some rice on the stove.
No.
Okay, I did the most.
We had to unplug the microwave because the fan wouldn't turn on. Like, a lot is going on that you don't motherfucking see.
You know, so.
And you can also go on our website or whatever, which is www.weareyagip.com. And then, get on our Facebook, facebook.com/YAGIPOD. And then, you know, if you want to talk to us in, like, different ways, hit us up on our email, which is Ashleyandninapod@gmail.com. Or text us on our Google Voice number 323-486-3811. And real quick, beware of fucking pyramid scheming ass niggas on LinkedIn.
Oh, man.
Because that shit happened to me this week. And luckily, I have been confronted with pyramid schemes several times. So I know how to spot them. But be careful, y'all.
Financial freedom, that means.
When you hear that word, hang up. Log out.
Ask a lot of
Block
questions. Don't meet them. Ask them a ton of questions. And if they don't answer your questions, that's a red flag.
Oh, yeah. This bitch was avoiding my questions. I was like, okay, so what would I be doing exactly for your company? Because she hit me up like, do you want to get into some freelance work? I was like, yeah, bitch. It says in my tagline on LinkedIn. Like, did you think I was lying?
Right.
And like, she kept avoiding the question of what I would be doing. And so guess who's not getting a reply from me anymore? They're not hearing from me. Like, you can't answer my questions. I'm not going to waste my time talking to you. I'm not going to meet with you. I'm not going to read no fucking book that you sent to me.
That sounds like a cult.
Right. I'm good. Yeah. So, yeah, be careful. Be on the lookout. It happens.
Like Georgia and, what's her name?
You call your dad, you're in a cult.
Yeah, call your dad, you're in a cult.
Georgia and Karen.
Karen's
like so fucking funny. I love her.
Yeah, they're my favorite murder. Yeah. But yeah, so, you know, you guys hit us up and we'll see you next week. Thank you for allowing us to take a quick break. Yeah. We're going to be back, and let us know who you want to see on episode 100 also. So we're planning that out. Look at all of our past guests.
Questions for episode 100 or like even like, you know, compliments. We love those. Yeah.
Send us stuff. So right now we have had so many guests and we're friends with all of them.
Exactly.
I kind of lied, but we're friends with a lot of them.
We are not.
We're friends with a lot of them. And so
majority.
And so let us know who you want to see. We're going to try to get them on, and we'll see you guys next time.